what I need. You said it was, you said it would be easy, and you never leave me. So can you show me? Can you tell me what's going on? Where you going? 'Cause I need to know. Can't be alone. I need to know. Do you need me? Do you need me like you say you do? Need you to tell me not to go. Call me back on the horizon. I know it's not, I know it isn't easy, but you don't even believe me when I say I'm trying too hard to keep this thing breathing. I know you don't see, so you don't know I'll never leave. So
Hey, everybody.
yeah, you can tell me what's
Give me just a second. We're about to get
'cause I need to know.
live.
Can't be alone. I need to know. Do you need me? Do you need me like you say you do? Need you to tell me not to go. Call me back on the horizon.
All right, let's turn them tunes down a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. It's time. We're getting to the Christmas spirit. It's the 10th of December. So if you're not feeling it yet, well, dang it, you better start feeling it. Hey, Jesse, good to see you. Miss Linda, always a pleasure. Ushkar, fantastic to see you as well. Rakanar, welcome on, everybody. So many things that we could talk about tonight that I literally can't even fit it all in a singular topic just because of all the things that y'all have been messaging me, which, by the way, I welcome all messages, and I'm happy that y'all confide in me. So I really do. Even though literally, like, as I was getting started for a stream, I had somebody come and basically have a vent session because they're upset. And I get that. Sometimes you just need to vent, and that's okay. Hopefully y'all are having fantastic Sunday. And it's going to be a busy week. So obviously pushing forth, trying to get some updates to the Star Trek Fleet Command event store based on things that y'all been asking for. We've had a channel that I've been tracking in my Discord, trying to see what is realistic to get added in, if there's anything at all. Obviously passing along feedback about the Monavine and how obviously a lot of players wish that there were more Monavine shards available. So all these different things, happening, and just trying to do what we can do to make y'all happy as players, right? And then also, educate is maybe not, it is the right word, is the appropriate word, but educate players about certain strategies and how things work. I know DJ did a great job on it tonight, expounding on what I've been talking about for a couple weeks now, because so few people understand why Scopely does some of the things they do and decisions they make. So his show is really great tonight. If y'all didn't check it out already, make sure y'all catch that on the rewind. And then beyond that, we're going to talk about different things, right? We've got wave defense, which I actually need to do some of that tonight. Let's see. I'm down for wave. I'm actually going to jump into a wave defense here in a moment. So do all those things together. So these are all just topics that we can bring up and discuss. And me trying to do a wave defense while streaming is honestly a little sketchy, but you know what? We'll make it happen. Worst things have happened. We'll make it happen. Tried doing waves today, but the area seemed kind of sluggish. So I haven't noticed any lag the past few days of me doing it on PC. And I did do one set of waves on my mobile device, which is a Samsung S21, and it was fine there. But I definitely have had people, and we definitely had an issue with people getting stuck in waves. That was definitely a problem for quite a few. So want to make sure we acknowledge that. And yeah, beyond acknowledging it, all I can really say is if you've got any outstanding tickets on that issue, make sure you forward them to me or one of the content creators if it's not been addressed promptly, and we'll try to get it addressed promptly for you if at all possible. Yeah, other than that, man, we'll keep pushing through, everybody. Yay! It's been something. Neither of these work, but we'll get a little bit more of a defense boost there, and then we'll come over here, and I'll bring my Coronar. No, I'll actually stick with my Talios. So we'll go jump in real quick because I need to score some points. I'll focus on traders, floaters, because I'm using the baby. Server 137 had issues with Armada spinning disc when trying to join. Stefan noted. I'm assuming y'all put in a ticket on that. I haven't had any mass reports of it, thankfully, today, but that doesn't mean those things don't happen. I'm not trying to say they don't. Let's see. Recently, 4 mods have been impossible. Can only look at one leg. Second leg you look at freezes the game. Is that just for you, Shiny? Is that like an alliance thing? So, oh my gosh, we got one of these types. Get out! Oh my gosh. We're doing this as an alliance. Can you please leave? There we go. I said it very nicely. So he can get out of here. Get out of here, guy. I'm just chilling on this month's arc, just doing the battle pass events only. Been trying to play catch up. Yeah, Brigadier. I say just relax, enjoy, and have a good time. Recall. Just hit the recall button. Sorry. Sometimes organization. This is definitely a great example. And yo, too much from Portugal. You are up very late. It's a great example of one of the things that has to get updated with the game. Has to get updated with the game. So, got to be able to choose who's in it. Got to be able to choose who's in it. So, all right, now he is left. All right. Room for +1. And that way we can, like a star system. What's a formation armada? Haven't done one of those in a month. I need to do them, Mama Jelly. I've just been doing so many other things lately, so. And I thanked him very kindly for leaving, so. Alrighty, so we should be good to go, and I'll be looking out while answering y'all's questions. Merry Christmas to you as well, Thomas. I have a problem with the M key, which is not recalling ships. I've sent a ticket, but no response as of 5 days ago. Everyone else has this problem. The M key. Let me actually hit my buttons here. The M key, is that? So, I don't want to test it right here. Okay, let me try this real quick. All right, so I'm going to click, and yeah, not working for me either. I'll be honest, I never use that, FYI. So, haven't noticed that before, but you are right. It's not working for me either. So, fun little facts. Thank you. Bring it up, and I can try to bring it up to play Overlords. But yeah, I didn't notice that. How you doing, Burtport? Good to see you. It broke with Arc Launch. Yeah, I never used that key, so I had no idea. So I appreciate you bringing it up. I will try to pass along. And I'm assuming you put in a ticket already, and they'll, of course, see the ticket. But is there a level requirement for wave defense? There seems to be way too difficulty for us in the 30s. So it is too difficult for you in the lower 30s. We've actually passed on feedback that they need to make it easier to progress for lower level players. Specifically making, like I think Bale launched this. We're doing a Borg sphere here. Make it to where at least the first couple levels are completable so players can complete the events and do those different things, as you can see I'm doing right now with this wave defense battle pass. So that has been passed along to play Overlords as well. And is this a Actian hostile? It is, but I'll do it. I'll take one for the team. early on. I usually chase traders, but yeah, see, like there's a trader up there. I'm going to go hit that instead. Honestly, I can kill that, so we'll worry about that one. And we'll go hit this trader. I'll try to get the floaters because I'm usually the lowest level. The armadas are broken, getting spinners. See, I haven't had a problem on mine, but I do acknowledge that is an issue. If you don't have the Defiant, get that. Absolutely. Definitely get the Defiant. We got things sneaking on through. We need people paying attention. Oh, Boar Cube is making the pew-pews happen. Nice. If you don't have the Defiant, get that. Yeah, if you don't have any of the special ships, get that. Now, speaking of special ships, yes, for those unknowing, we have raised it up that players want to be able to get more of the mana vein than just half of it. Have not been told whether game design, or in this case ops, is going to, alleviate that burden, but we have at least passed along the feedback that has been requested. All right, so we'll go over there. We got a couple traders coming, and what else we got here? Battleships all down here. We'll go take those out. I'll get these sneaky traders while they're coming through. You got the Mantis, good job. Now I'll go ahead and remind y'all that, as I always do, I am personally holding my store currency. I am holding my store currency until the end to see what all is available for any changes that have happened. Now, if you already know what you're going after, like you know that you are going to finish off your board cube, or you know that you're going to go after the second Stella, go ahead and do that. But for me personally, I am currently going to save all of my currency. And I'm curious, if you're out there and you're also saving your currency, where are y'all at? As in, what all have y'all gotten to currency level wise? We do try to track where free-to-play and light spenders are at, and that way we can also make recommendations to the dev team based on that as well, knowing how much something's going to cost to unlock. So we got a couple of those there. What we got? We got any? Oh, we'll come up to the top. We'll start taking on some of these big boys, getting all these chasers. About 120,000, no BP purchase yet. Free to play at almost 200,000. Wow, Edmund, that's actually really good. That's higher than I expected. Brigadier, no Voyager in there simply because no Voyager. I mean, there's not a direct answer I can give you on that one. Simply no Voyager. Free to play 183, doing all the tickets. Nice, Rakanar. Joseph's at 114. The tickets are obviously going to be a big one. And how many tickets y'all are doing? Oh man, what are these? Oh boy, somebody went boom already. We got problems, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody went boom. Apparently somebody wasn't ready. So, oh no. I'll go finish these at 186, 189. Okay, so we're seeing most people around 160 to maybe 180 as pure free to play. Noted. Okay. Just want to get an idea of kind of where everybody's at. So for where I'm at, for reference, after doing mine so far, I'm at 154,000. But I'm also kind of like, I would say that I'm slow playing events, honestly. Like, I'm not trying to complete everything. Y'all know kind of how I've gotten lately with all these events. I am not trying to be the fastest in the game. I'm trying to just be enjoy the game. So I am not going as fast as some others are. That's okay. That is completely okay. Few of us light spinners are spinning our Federation and Klingon faction ships. The higher ups are getting bigger ships. Or, yeah, I mean, what I typically do strategy-wise, and we talked about this in my basic video for these, is if you are a lower level player, try to focus on the ships that run through and try to focus on things that are ship specific. Like I've got a Talio, so I can take on traders, as well as then trying to take on the speedy traders that come through as well. So we're going to get these real quick, and then I'll let the biggers handle all the other things that fly through at the top. Thoughts on Riker? I'm met on Riker. Like, I'm not like anti-Riker or anything, but I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really see a ton of value, but I don't see no value, if that makes sense. I don't see no value. It's just kind of meh. T6 cube ground system. I'm in Velos, which is a Romulan system. I'm basically hitting 47s and then punching down. But again, this comes down to your own comfortability level and what you are able to attack and maintain. So 180,000 event tokens for free to play before reset. Noted. That, again, that's dependent on how many of the events and stuff you're able to actually complete. I'm just trying to clear some of these. How big are these hostiles? Oh, those are kind of beefy for that. What we got over there? See that I'm gonna have to let the bigs handle that. We're gonna cross map real quick, and I'll try. I really don't want to lose my Talios though. We'll see. We'll see. Could be a risk. Tier 6 reward cube when you hunt actually depends on your ops level, not just the beam. This is also true. So, and don't forget, yep, I was worried about that. Don't forget about the tax either. Do not forget about the tax. There is a 10% tax for every level above your ops level that you're hitting with the cube. So don't forget about the tax. That is a pain in the butt. Save tickets this round so I can do all 9 ticket events for the rare. Very nice. Very nice. We have made it to wave 6, and we're probably going to get to wave 7 or 8 here. I'll go over here, start hitting these. Could you get past tier 2? I mean, we've beat it. I put out a video. We beat the biggest one and did it tier 10. It just depends on what players you're building and how organized you keep it. Obviously, using a third-party app like Discord for communications in your alliance can definitely make y'all more successful. It just depends on how dedicated y'all get into running these. And obviously, that's literally going to vary alliance to alliance. So we're generally pretty organized. Depends on who all comes to it. See, there's those speedy traders, but we've got somebody handling those. And we can generally finish it. You're missing 60,000 tokens compared to other free-to-play. You completed every SMS sitting at 120. Lentari, have you done all of the ticket events? Because a lot of people, what they'll do is free-to-play is save their ticket events until event store month so they get more event store currency. It's a very common tactic. Have you done that? So, have you talked about how hostiles rotate counterclockwise after wave 2? We haven't brought it up specifically, generally just because I was waiting for a more in-depth video where we could go over more specifics in that. We let a leaker through. But yeah, you are right. There is a pattern to the hostiles, right? So it's not a unknown of how they rotate and form. There is a pattern there as we're about to complete wave 7. So if it's somebody in chat actually wants to throw out the pattern, more than welcome to, but there actually is a pattern to it, believe it or not. So it can be actually kind of predictable in how you go through this. So say miss 3 ticket events, do they carry over for the next run for the super ticket? What do you mean, Ham Dilly Bone? Are you asking like if you did 6 this month, or I'm sorry, this weekend, would it give you credit for them going into next weekend? The answer would be no. You would need to complete all 9 if you want to do the rare one on the Mondays. You got to do all 9. These are starting to get kind of beefy. Yeah, that's a beefy one. So I'm going to go hit this. And we got people clearing that. All right, we got bottom row. Oh, man. Hey, Kalini, how you doing? Thank you, Q. I appreciate you. But yeah, they do not roll over. So you got to do 9 in a weekend. You got to do 9 in a weekend. They do not roll over. So how are we doing in ants, Seaton? We need more people to do ants. We need more people. But we'll worry about that sponsorship tomorrow night. I won't make y'all talk about the sponsorship tonight. For those that don't know, we're doing a sponsored stream on Twitch to get some money to help pay for taxes. So see, I started becoming a little bit useless against these. I need the big guys to handle these. I could take that one out. But a lot of these, I start becoming useless, even with my pylum, once I start getting into the couple 100 million range. But we just completed wave 8. So there we go. There's going to be traders over here that spawn. And did anybody post the firing or the spawning pattern? All right, where do we split? All right, where'd everybody go? I'm going to go down here. It's pretty easy to get level 5, still mess around with it. Got to level 7. Thank you, Slag. You got to do, so it's level 7. I'm sorry, level 5. Then do basically an Alliance Armada. And then getting the orange ant is the hardest part. So, but yeah, a lot of people save their tickets. You think the event store sucks? So you're saving out, and there just went my pylum. I wasn't able to take down an intruder. Oh, I didn't realize I hit a big one. All right, that's on me. That's what happens. I'm doing chat and doing this. And thanks, you, Tim, for getting your orange. How did you get the orange, by the way? Shoot me on Discord. Don't think the rare ticket event is Monday. It looks like Tuesday based on the 48-hour events. It should be Monday, but I can double check the calendar, monkey. I did already tell who the officers were, if y'all were curious, who are going to be the officers in it. The officers in are going to be Uno Momento, por favor. I want to repost them. One of them is 7 of 9, and then I think it's Epic or Picard Riker. Oh my gosh, which channel is it in? I can never remember which channel it's in. All right, so Dr. Tiana, 7 of 9, and Picard Riker. Dr. Tiana, 7 of 9, and Picard Riker are the ones that are in it according to the Arc Runner for the 3 rare ticket events. Dr. Tiana, 7 of 9, and Picard Riker. You put in a request for Borg Sphere parts in the event store? Sure can, Daniel. Yes. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. See, I feel bad. I should just focus on the traders. I'm not participating at all now. So we'll see if we can beat wave 10. It's going to be cutting it close. We've got 3 people left. Got 3 people left. That Borg Cube needs to get moving. Come on, Anders. You got this, baby. But yeah. How about Defiant parts in the store? I mean, there's not a shortage of things that we could get, right? Like, there's plenty of things that we can bring up. There's a limit to how much they're willing to have in a singular event store. I like a lot of the items that are in the event store now. It does vary for you individually on whether you like them or not. See, those dang traders do so much damage. It looks like we're going to lose here. And maybe somebody gonna get that last one. We might sneak it in. We might. Oh, man, that might... Oh. Did we get him? Wait, did we get it? Wow, we actually got it. Wow, okay. I was surprised because I made a lot of mistakes on that one. And I own it. Rev made a lot of mistakes on that one. But I'll take my Section 31 credits. Gladly. Look at that. There we go. There we go. There we go. If I can't get Monavine parts, Enterprise E-Data, or Neelix, I would say both are important. Neelix is the more important of the two, but they're both very important. Right? So I actually like a lot in the event store. It may not be super exciting, but I really do like a lot in the event store. So picked up the Hunter for the Pickle, and 4 data shards is still needed. Haven't got Battle Pass yet for the month. Still have 40,000 credits yet. Nice, Keith. Very nice. We have also brought up the fact that if you've looked in the event store, faction ships are ridiculously expensive compared to other things. So that's another thing that's gotten brought up to hopefully get addressed and lowered. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so... Oh, man. Let's see. Get this out. Oh, no, I actually did want to compare calls. So we'll use an Epic for reference. Let's do... Where's an Enterprise? That's an easy one that everybody wants. It's like 10,000 for 1 shard. But if I was to scroll all the way down, it's 1,100 for the Pickle. Right? So we've also brought up changing those. So... let me actually respond to this dev real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, done. So just passing on more of y'all's feedback, FYI. And I'm actually talking to them about an idea that myself and K92, I don't know if K92's in the chat, had talked about when it comes to event structuring and making events more completable, honestly. A short answer. And changing up how the heroic SMS and SLB has been. Because I know that's been a big talking point for a lot of people. So, yeah, lowering the cost of faction points is definitely something that's been on a lot of people's list of, like, things to need do. I gotta do my Taco Bells. You know, the Pickle's in the event store? It is. That and the Borg Cube. Now, if you do not see the Borg Cube, that is because if you have a Borg Cube, they only want people to have 1 Borg Cube. Why? I honestly don't know. So... let's see. All right. Probably no key, but has G5 cloaking been brought up? No. No. And in terms of like cheap cost or what? In terms of... you talking Fringy Whip? Nope. I mean, I want the Ferengi Whip in there, and I've mentioned it. But again, all we can do is suggest. I can't guarantee anything's going to actually happen. In terms of sourcing within the event store, yeah, none that has been mentioned. So again, they are generally, if they make any additions to the event store, it's usually week 2 towards the end of week 3, which is why I haven't spent any currency yet. So it comes up to y'all. I mean, if y'all are willing to spend, like, if you know exactly what you want, go for it. Like, go ahead and drop it in. But generally speaking, they're not going to add anything in until they have a good week and a half of conversation. Then they might throw some more things in there. Skins, projectiles, blueprints, another officer. And that varies week to week. So it's one of the reasons that we tell people to wait. Unless you know exactly what you're looking for. Like if you needed the cube, wanted the cube, then go get the cube, right? Like definitely don't hold off if you already know that you want to get the cube. But if there's an officer you're waiting for, you know, like a lot of people have asked about Voyager. People have asked about Janeway. Those could definitely end up being in there. We'll see. Monavine will be your number one choice. Yeah, and that's also been brought up, by the way, because I know many of y'all have actually already mentioned it tonight during the show about it having a limit of 100 BPs. That has been raised with them. It's like, hey, players really want to be able to get the entire thing because not everybody has access to this in the game, right? Like there's only 3 alliances that are going to have access to the Monavine BPs, which is how the ISS Jelly was way back in the day for those who've played way too long and remember that. But yeah. So, is there any discussion about removing dead bases by choice from territory for players, quit or booting? Not by choice, Sean. Now, they do archive after an extended period, and those accounts will get archived if they stay dormant too long. But there's not a way, there's not been a discussion that I've seen for an alliance to remove somebody from territory. No. I assume that's what you're asking. But there's not been a discussion for that I've seen. If it's happened, it's not been with me, which means it could have happened. I am not all-knowing. I am not infallible. You know, people like myself and Ultimate DJ and even, you know, the VIPs who get great access, we don't get privy to every conversation. So, Voyager is so far your favorite ship. Not the strongest, but has the most general use capability. So, Voyager was made to be a good general use ship. And what I mean by general use is if you take a look at its abilities, as well as its research, the Voyager is made to be able to assist in your hostile grind if you want to do that. The Voyager is made to be able to operate. Where is Sharvanik? Sharvanik is on ship B. Of course she is. And ship B is home. Okay, we can actually use that. Cool, 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 cool. Sharvanik, get out of there. No, get. Put another officer up here real quick. Here, Bones, you go up there. But Voyager is a fantastic ship for general use. I would also say that it gets slept on a lot, but the Monavine is as well. You know, depending on where you're at. Now, if you're a player in the 30s, basically all specialty ships feel weak and undervalued. So, Orange Ant equal Pharaoh Ant? I think so, Slag. I know it's basically a ranking system. So, yeah. Grab it, twist it, stick it, pop it, lick it. Very nice. I didn't know that we were doing bop it tonight in chat, but very nice. Very nice. All right, so what else would y'all realistically like? I mean, Voyager is an easy choice, but I think there's more that... I don't know. I think one, I've seen too many people who don't like this event store, and in my opinion, that's kind of missing it because there's some... Most of y'all don't have, and especially don't have maxed, what are the most valuable things in this event store, which are Neelix and Data E, are arguably the 2 most valuable things in this event store. And FYI, spoiler alert, my video that I will put out about what to get in the event store is going to focus around those 2. Right? Like, ship BPs for faction ships are generally a waste of currency. Right? That's a bad idea. Neelix, this is dump all currency to max, honestly. Data E is a very important dump currency into option. Getting the special ships you don't have. I mean, I guess it just comes down to what you're wanting. But in terms of value, I do feel like there's a lot of value in this event store, and it's getting slept on. a little bit. You know, the ship blueprints, getting the board cube, that matters. Getting your Monavine, cutting half of its grind time, that is very valuable. But the biggest one are the 2 rare officers, and that's the most valuable things here are these 2 right here. And yeah, just a little preview of the video that will be coming out. Absolutely huge value. So greetings from EU. Good to see you, Solim. Good to see you. You're 4 away from Data E. Well, then, Sam, I'm assuming that you're going to follow my advice and get them. But anyway, I will have a video about the event store this week. I'm going to wait to confirm that they're not adding anything, right? I'm going to try to talk to them about that. But what makes enterprise data so valuable? If you haven't seen the video I did on him, well, check him out. I'm actually currently got him on the boat. But the biggest thing is this ability right here. Increases isolated cascade damage by 20% versus non-armada hostile. So for your hostile grinding, he is extremely valuable. I might actually have a couple little logs here because we just used him. Let's see. Ship A. So in conjunction with Janeway, you can see me pulling out 4 million isolytic shots, and I don't even have all the artifacts unlocked. I don't have a bunch of stuff, but there's a 4 million isolytic shot for an 8.6 million standard shot. You know, his ability, and this is not a high tier data, his ability to boost your cascade damage, which is basically just that's a multiplier on top of isolytic damage, is extremely valuable and will become more valuable the higher tier you go in the game. As you level up, I know Monkey was here. These are the officers that provide significant value to everybody later on. So, and he does have below deck value. Leonard's correct. He has good below deck value. If you're mining with the Voyager, you're going to want to have him below decks, right? So he's got great usage in applications, and Alonzo, as Spartan pointed out, is also good, but it's just tough to choose between all of them at once, right? So if you're looking at them, I did kind of skip Alonzo Freeman, but he also is a very good one. You got the cargo size increase, but then the rep gain increase. You remember the new rep lock, 10 million, 1 billion, 15 billion, and 500 billion. Anything that gives you more rep is lovely. So there's a lot of value in the rares, arguably more value in the rare officers in the event store than there is in the epics. Arguably. Carol Freeman, if you want to go PvP, is an obvious choice, but those rares are huge. And Neelix, who can inadvertently end up helping you score more faction credits every day, is definitely worth investing in as well. You love it more for synergy and lower deck ability, but that's me. What tier do you have him, Lintari? What tier? So that would be my question then. What tier? Need 40 stars for tier 5 Neelix? Well, you would be able to get that in this store. Oh, man. Did not want to waste the money on the Monavine, so got their shards during the event as territory owned is not the best. Nice. I mean, it's a completely legitimate strategy to go ahead and grab them then. Just waiting for the right day. Yeah, and again, I like, because we know when the event store ends, right? So you don't know what they're going to do on Christmas Day. Maybe they throw you an extra couple 100,000. Maybe they throw in a special officer. It's always squirrely with Scopely, like what exactly they're going to do, right? Now, we know the event store wraps up in exactly 16 and a half days, which is going to be right after Christmas, which will lead into what happened last year was a New Year's event run. So we had a week last year of New Year's events that we had to run through. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're going through and deciding, you know, what has value, what do you want to do? And then, of course, if you decide, you can always buy a pack. So your cube is level 2. Nice, Steven. Very good. Steal away from building the Corvus. Light spender, only buying battle passes. Very nice. Very nice. You are actually extremely close then. You're like right there. You're on the cusp. You're on the cusp. Let me go ahead and hit all these daily goals. Click. Make sure we complete our dailies. If you haven't completed your dailies, go do them. I don't want anybody saying they didn't complete their dailies because Rev distract them. So nobody needs to say I distracted you from lay dailies. Let's go here. Click, click, click. And say, I don't quite get why I'm getting Romulan faction ship parts when I'm negative 2 million. Is there another glitch or is the game just making errors? Hurry, there's no error with that. You can build those ships still. You can still build those ships. Like if you get a full pylum of parts, you can build the pylum. You don't need the faction reputation. Like if you get the miner, you can build the miner. You don't need the reputation. Being distracted, getting that booty, always, Kalini. Always distracted. Daily's done. Nice, Enchantress. Is Data E good at tier 1 or does he need to be tiered up? He's good at tier 1. He's better tiered up. But I did a video on Data E and showed at tier 1, I was still finding value from him. Maybe not like world changing, like, oh my gosh, greatest officer in the world value, but I was still getting value from him at tier 1. And that was in the video. So. Did we figure out how to get Orange Ant free to play? Looney, Shin shot me a message. We'll talk about it tomorrow night. We got 6 more days to finish, or 5.5 more days to finish. So. It's worth it. Tier 1 only got him tier so far. Tier 2, but working so far. He's really good. Proms hate your guts. You just can't buy from them. You can build their stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, remember, I have a Kelvin, but my Federation reputation is only 10 million. Well, it's 13 million, right? Like, I don't have Federation rep that's positive, yet I have a Kelvin and a Hydra. If you get the ship parts, you can build them. You can build them. The ROMs hate your guts. You just can't buy them. Already did that one. Is it my imagination or is this month more DC? DC? Like as in the comics? Haven't read a lot of DC comics. Maybe it's more Marvel. Disconnecting? I have not had any issues with disconnecting. I've had issues with some lag. I know a lot of players have reported issues with like the wave defense getting stuck, but I haven't had any disconnect errors, at least not mine. So. You just watched the Batman this morning? Well, that would explain it. That would explain all the things, honestly. That explains everything. Do. Sorry, the music in the background is kind of like jamming. I like it. I got a decent playlist that y'all have helped curate and create, so I like it. It's fun. Anyway. Back to y'all answering y'all's questions. You just watched Batman this morning. It wasn't bad. Let's see. Uncommon exchange loot. Let me go do the baby one because I don't have enough for the big one. And we need to go grind that hostile out. And I got to go do probes. That's one thing this game has is plenty of grinds. It has plenty of grinds. Let me go ahead and hit these over here on the way. All right. That's about 30% of the time. What device are you on? Do. When clicking a hostile and hitting attack, nothing happens. After re-click the hostile to attack. All I can say for those issues is put in a ticket. Put in a ticket. S33L. See, I got an S21. And again, this is why it's so important because I can go to them and say, hey, there's lag right now on this server with these devices. But the truth is, without device information, I'm kind of like yelling into the void. That's something they made very obvious to me. So I know it's kind of something that I repeat a lot and y'all could maybe get annoyed by it at some point. But y'all really need to be putting in tickets for this. I know it sucks, but also on PC, same. So see, PC, I never have any issue. I never have any issue. None. And I'm not trying to like even say that in like a goofy way. I'm just saying I don't have that. And y'all need to put in tickets so that the devices are recorded. How many Meridians do you have? I have 2. 3, I don't really feel like it's worth it because you already struggle to have docks now. Like I run out of docks as it is. So I run out of docks as it is. 3 is a bit much. There are plenty of people who have 3 or 4, and that's fine. Just like there are people who have 3 or 4 Stellas. 2 is kind of where I'm at. So 2 is where I'm at. Armada glitch today. Nothing more humiliating than looking like Cleveland in a bathtub out in space. Not trying to feel exposed. It's pretty uncommon or pretty common in Armada glitch. Again, tickets. Tickets. Because without specific device information, I really can't pass anything on to them. So, like, you know, it's anyway. Have you are you privy to have influence on who merges on 45? I'm starting to see too many departures and need friends to play with. I mean, I don't know if how do I word that? Privy as in like, can I find out? Yes. Do I like orchestrate merges? No. But I mean, let me see. We could try to look up what your population was and see if that was even like a consideration. And we can use that by like the incursions tool that we do. Let me see if I can find the infinite incursions tool. Where is that at real quick? Let's see about where y'all are population wise. You said server 45? Let's see what server 45 is at. Rough population. Now, keep in mind that this is going to be active accounts. It won't necessarily go over specific like daily users, but 45, 1,800 people. That's still, or 1,800 accounts. That's still a lot for a merger. It could be merged, but like 54 has 1,300 accounts. All right. It's usually when you see getting closer to 1,000, starting to dip below, that mergers start to pop up. So, like a second Meridian, but don't want to spend credits currently. More important things to get. I would say, Zach, save it until the end and then see how close you can get. See how close you can get. Somebody just made me... whoops. Somebody just commented about the number I just posted. Like, if y'all don't or aren't aware, that sheet is publicly available if y'all are curious populations. So, have a problem with Voyager mining system game at the newest version, new iPhone, iOS, the nodes of the mining system, Delta Quad disappeared. Ticket. Clear your cache and everything and then put in a ticket. Emerge 74 and 75, a couple months back, were both very active servers. Well, I guess it depends on active, right? There's also another element that comes into it, which is spending. If a server is not spending at all, it's probably going to get moved up the list. Probably going to get moved up the list. LC, everything that I use, share, etc. is in my Discord. Everything. Everything that I use and share, at least that I can actually use, you know, publicly share, is in my Discord. So that, like what I'm pulling from is posted in the volunteer chart channel, volunteer charts channel. So yeah, I definitely don't stow away information. I want everybody to have access to this. And, you know, there's some things that probably, I don't know if I should share that or not, but like I know a rough idea how many battle passes get sold every month, right? Like those numbers get tracked. I know the one that they probably wouldn't get mad at me sharing is I do know that, you know, this past week there have been over 200,000 active players still every day. So the population of the game is definitely not down. So that's a good news, I guess. But yeah. So yeah. The COD depends on the level. Are you talking about getting the new ones? Where can we find that ant link? JPre, it is in my Discord. If y'all do want to help with the sponsorship, it is not required, right? But if y'all want a free way to help with the sponsorship or a free way to help out, if y'all play this new game with my link, all you got to do is get to level 5, run basically an armada with an alliance. And then if you do get an orange ant, that actually helps me out, believe it or not. So how's the average age active account metric looking? What do you mean, Bartman? What do you mean? Are you asking like what level or what players? I can tell you that there are about 90,000 active accounts between 30 and 39. Where most players are at are somewhere between 35 and 45-ish. You got lots of ants. Nice, Miss Linda. I actually, funny enough, I'm enjoying the little ant game. It's maybe I enjoy it because it's different than Star Trek Fleet Command. But if y'all do want to do it, again, no pressure. But if y'all want to help support the channel and you don't have any money to donate, I get it's Christmas. Not everybody has extra money laying around. It's literally Christmas. But if y'all go do that, that could help out greatly. Feel like tenured players are quitting and new players are replacing them more so than in times past. I don't have information of like 2 years ago, Bartman, to compare that to, so I really can't say. I don't feel like you're having like mass droves leave and then they're getting pumped up by, I would call that false numbers. Because if that was the case, then there would be more like level 19s than there are, right? But at the same time, you are right that there are players that get frustrated and leave and that they were high level, and the game does rely on new players to come through to boost those up. So for example, I pulled the numbers 11 days ago, and there were 5,000 level 20 players that were active in the game on that day compared to level 50, where there were 1,200, and then 52 was 2,200, and 54 was 2,200, and etc. Right? And let's see, the biggest, like the single biggest one was, I think, level 39, which has 16,000 players at it currently. So there definitely is attrition. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to wave Scopely flag and act like they're doing things perfect and nobody's leaving. So anyway, making sure I can share that information. I'm talking, for those that don't know, we have a couple of really good people who have access to things they shouldn't. No, 1601 levels Zoroton. So there are, I'm talking about levels. There are 16,000 when I checked 11 days ago, 16,000 level 39 players. Like I'm level 49 and there are 8,700 of those. So we're talking about the numbers of players at an ops level, right? Went to 41 before Arc launch. Holy moly, 9,000 uncommon just for the R&D. Yep. Yeah. I love loose security policies. Hey, Pokemedros, we're not saying anything. Shh. Keep it together. Keep it together. The lowest, like in the 40s, the one that had the lowest population in the 40s was actually level 48, which is understandable because 48 to 49 is really easy. You can actually see where like the pain points happen. Like there's a pain point at level 35. There's a pain point at 39 and 38. There's a pain point at 46. There's a pain point at 49. You can definitely see the pain points just by where players end up naturally being in the game. You been leaving 39 soon enough? Want to build a couple more ships first and get some research? Very nice. Very nice. So and it depends on the style of player you are too, right? Like if you are free to play to a light spender, a lot of y'all camp. And I teach camping to those style of players. If you're a spender, I don't tell spenders to camp. Like, you know, spender, as in you, if you know what a spender is, right? We're not talking about the people buying a battle pass. If you're a spender, I don't tell you to camp. But if you're just like a free to play or a battle pass person, camping's a big thing. You can see that by the numbers on the account. So, yeah. The pain point at 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Well, Slag, you chose that lifestyle. So, don't leave 39 till all your research is maxed. All of it. Wow, Junior. That's some heavy milestones. But hey, I get it. I get it. Never thought of myself as a glutton for punishment, but here we are. Hey, I try to warn people, the game, when they come out with premium areas, like when 5-star rolled out, when 6-star rolls out, there is an expected amount of money to basically to be able to operate every day. And that's just how they deal with premium areas. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying as long as you know it's there, go in at your own risk, right? Go in at your own risk and have fun. Have fun. Time to build tonight's Lego Star Wars. Nice. Send me a Lego Star Wars kit. I would love that. That could be my Christmas present from you. Send me Lego Star Wars. Send it to me. I would love it. Took 7 months, though. I knew the 3-star was going to be short jump in the 40s. And again, because people ask me, well, how long should I camp? Well, it depends on how many milestones you want to set for yourself, right? Like, camping's not about spending 6 months at a level. It's all about reaching certain milestones to make sure that you're playing as efficiently as you can before you get ready to move up and go to a new world and a new level and all that other stuff. So, yeah, and it varies because there are definitely, reasons to sit and there's reasons to move. Just depends on what you want. All the risk was I was going to shoot my toes off. Didn't realize I was going to shoot off my whole leg. Slag, I'm sorry, man. I definitely warned you about that. I know I did. I specifically told all of y'all what it was going to be like to go to 6-star. But nobody believes me until it happens. DJ's anti-camp. He is, but DJ's also a heavy spender, and his community is spenders. And if I had his community asking me what to do, I wouldn't tell them to camp either. Yeah, I mean, DJ spends hundreds a month, right? There's nothing wrong with that. This is not a monetary shame thing, right? But your average person who plays this game can't afford to do that. It's very different styles, and both of them are completely legitimate. You just have to play differently. You have to play differently. So, what are you going to do about the absurd recruit heroic SMS? To be honest, Doms, I don't really think it's absurd. I don't really think it's absurd. All they did is reduce it by 40%, the milestones, and then they reduce the point scoring by the same amount. DJ did a great job going through the math of it. What I think the core problem is not the amounts on the SMS. The core problems is not the amounts on the SMS. The core problem in this game is the same problem it's been for really pushing 2 years now, is sentiment. People are frustrated by the changes, even if they don't know why they're frustrated by the changes. And I'm not calling anybody in here stupid. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, this rendition of the SMS is not bad. I'm not saying it's amazing. It's not bad. But I think it's just simply more of an issue of people, generally speaking, are frustrated with the game, Scopely, the moves, etc. And that is rolling into things like the feedback for the heroic SMS. Yeah, DJ doesn't camp. And again, Thomas, if you're a spender, and I've said this on stream for years, if you're a spender, you don't need to be camping, right? If you're a spender, you shouldn't be camping. Free to play, light spenders, camp. You're a spender, dolphin, whale especially, you should be moving up and taking advantage of better rewards because you can afford to keep up with the pace of the game, right? Most people can't afford to keep up with the pace of the game, which is, 2 to 3 new officers every month, new ship every 3 months. Most people can't afford to keep up with that pace, and that's fine. So it just depends on what style player you are. My problem is not being able to spend my G3, G4 in enough places unless I can build a new ship or tier up ops. It's getting harder and harder to engage spin events. And see, this was actually one of the best things about DJ's show tonight, if y'all didn't check it out, is they actually sat down and went through level by level, what level has the best chance to actually complete the heroic SMS based on what you can actually spend on, right? And that is, to me, one of the best pieces of relevant. I said elephant with a RAR in front of it. That's the best piece of relevant information they've put out for this in a while. I thought that was great. And you can see at each level what has the ability. See, because I've said this, and I told people this when this launched yesterday. At Ops 49, the change is a hell of a lot better for me than what it was 2 weeks ago. Or I'm sorry, 2 months ago. Or whatever it was that first Picard run. This is very easy for me to compete at 49 and fits very well. Right? Relatively speaking. If I was 41, almost impossible. I mean, very, very difficult without leveling up ops. Right? So I actually shot, I was talking to K92 and we came up with, y'all are going to hate this. So just go ahead and get ready to judge me. But me and K92 were talking about, an obvious fix to this for us is that officer sourcing for these type of leaderboard events and everything should have its own currency that you can purchase to sit there, bypass, win the event, or free-to-play drip like you would a treasury. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole convoluted idea. I shot it to several people in live ops. I'm going to try to flesh it out with them, see what they think. But we've reached a point where it's no longer about the mats, right? It's about what can you realistically complete at your level, or will the game force you to level up? And then you have to answer that question for yourself. Is it worth leveling up for Enterprise E Riker? Like if I had that choice, like if the only choice I had right now was to level up to get Enterprise E Riker, well then I wouldn't level up. He's not worth that to me. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not worth me leveling up ops over. And I don't think that's kind of the decision point that you want to get hamstrung into. So the very style of how the SLBs and heroic SMSs are getting made probably needs to change. So, and that's just at its core. And for those curious, the reason that they've changed is because people have been less and less involved over the past year with them, which of course in Scopely's eyes means less money, right? So finding a way to get people more active, improve the sourcing, while also improving the monetization is a difficult thing. So John says, I think the issue with the scoring adjustment is that people have been stockpiling G3 mats and G4 as possible, which has been reliable to turn in for points. I mean, you're right. But on the flip side of that, they also, in terms of the value of how they calculate these events, they removed epics from their calculations, which helps everybody, right? Now, I don't agree with DJ on everything, and that's fine. But we do agree at a core that what they're trying to do is a move in the right direction. But I don't necessarily know if DJ sees what the biggest issue is. Now, Ripper came onto the show and Ripper gets it. The issue is sentiment, right? The issue is player sentiment. The issue is not, is scoring perfect? The issue is player sentiment and what is realistic and what a player can actually accomplish. And that's the problem that they're fighting, not raw numbers. But again, these are conversations to be had with the devs. So at 54, with the G5 rares, even are hard to get and spend thousands of G4, and uncommon totally does almost nothing. Getting points G6 not available. Why just leave them out and adjust to ops level? And there's an argument to be made for adjusting ops level. What I think would be the easier and better method for all is just stop doing it from a mat spend perspective. You leave mat spend as part of the leaderboard scoring, and then you simply run it in a currency. Officer unlock has a currency, and you buy it. $400 is what they value in Epic. So you buy 4 packs. That gives you the officer. Bam. That gave you all the currency. Bam. Currency scores in the SLB. And then if you're a free-to-play player, your Battle Pass overflow, your 30-day chest, etc., also has a small drip of that currency. That way you have to then be tactical about which officer you unlock. You're going to hold it off. You're going to get this month's Epic. You're going to get next month's Epic. You know, it's I think that's a better option than trying to get them, because I really don't know if Scopely is going to sit there and do what would need to be done, which is make an individual balance for each ops level for mat spend. And I really don't think they're going to sit there and do that for 50 levels. I don't. I mean, they could. I think an easier option would be to create a universal officer currency, sell it, and then also have a drip of it, just like you do the treasury. The format's already there, right? But again, that's just an idea. I'm not even saying it's the right idea, but I am saying that how they currently do it, the paradigm itself has to change. Like, it can't just be, you know, way it is now, which is they base it off the economy pack, you know, your station packs and everything. What the spend is, they want to make, you know, this value is $400, so they want it to equate, in this case, because this is a half of an unlock of an officer, they think that this event is $200. You should spend $200 worth of materials to complete this event. That's what they see and think. That is the paradigm. So I think that has to shift. Because like if you go with Orca's idea, it was Orca, right? Who talked about doing it by ops level? Well, that's adjusting it from the $200 metric. If you do it like the idea I'm saying, where you're basically selling an officer unlock currency and you provide a drip for it, you're changing the paradigm. Either way, the way the design itself happens has to be altered, because there is simply no longer a just answer all for this. At least I don't see one. Sorry, just responding a couple of questions. Yeah. Any idea if 5-star ships will be available anytime soon in the away team store? Eventually, yeah. They're either mine. No, they're not, Ardalac. I don't know if you've paid attention, but basically every epic officer for the past 5 years has been valued at $400. Every single one of them. And they consistently sell that. Whether it's right or wrong. Remember, if it says heroic or it says leaderboard, it's a spend event. Right? It's a spend event. There have been officers that are more than 400. It was Jean-Luc Picard, when he first came out, if I remember correctly, was $1,600. Now, Bartman, do not be fooled. Freeman is still valued at $400. That was a one-time little taste. That's when the drug dealer on the corner gives you a small sample size to get you addicted. Carol Freeman is still valued at $400. They just gave you a little taste in that battle pass to try to get you to get into the whole set. But original Picard, Jayla, Mud was also one of them. I remember going to eBay and showing pictures of what I could have bought, Mud or this, off eBay. There's a whole thing we did. So, but generally $400 is epic officer and has been for forever. So they failed. Well, you say that, Bartman. A lot of people ended up spending. So again, I'm just giving you what the strategies are and how they work. I'm not telling you to spend. I don't want you to spend. I only want people to spend who are happy. I only want people to spend if they feel they want to spend. So I'm definitely not trying to twist anybody's arm and to get you to spend. So sorry, Orca, if I mislabeled it. It was somebody in chat, and I try to give credit where people, maybe it was Doms who mentioned it. Whoever was talking about doing it ops level to ops level, right? But my main point is the paradigm of how events get structured for this needs to change. And I think the easiest way for both Scopely and players, and I know we hate adding new currency, is the Treasury gave you the format. We know this game is going to continue to put out new officers every month. They're just going to. That's not going to stop, right? The illusion that we all live in the dream world, where they actually take a break and take 2 months off and do nothing but bug fixes, is never going to happen, right? I've already seen some of the officers coming out next year. Right? I've already seen some of them. It's coming. So if there was a currency for that basically was grindable based on your play, or you just straight spent, and then you also had long-term sourcing set up, that answers the question. So, but again, that's just an idea. I'm not trying to tout my idea as genius. Also give a lot of credit to K92, who helped me build that up. So, we're too worried about the monetization all the time rather than how things work on stuff. It's older than 30 days. I mean, you're right, Michael. Now, again, that's a management thing. That's a management thing, right? The people at live ops and stuff and the game designers, they're not necessarily trying to push all that. They're just trying to make a living, and they're doing what their bosses are telling them, right? And the sad truth of it is, we as the Star Trek Fleet Command, we are no longer the flagship of Scopely. I don't know if y'all know this, but we're no longer the flagship of Scopely. Monopoly Go, in its first 7 months, has made over $1 billion in revenue. So, yeah. STFC is no longer the flagship program. That's why you're worried about wave defense being adjusted for lower levels. They rarely revisit content once it's dropped. Well, we've definitely been pushing it, right? And myself, DJ, Eco, all agree that the first, if nothing else, the first couple of levels of wave defense needed to be adjusted. Your wife plays that, we'll be very careful because she's currently playing the Scopely game that earns the most money for Scopely. Like, it's mind-boggling to me that people literally have bought that much in Monopoly Go, but it has happened. So, the player retention must be terrible. I don't think so, Blitz. Look, the type of, let's see, Monopoly Go. I mean, I can pull it up on my phone. Let's see what Monopoly Go is currently rated on the events, on the, Monopoly Go has a 4.6 review, 1 million reviews. And I'm pretty sure, let me look up real quick. Last month they had over 200 million in revenue, by the way. And last month they had 5 million people download it. 5 million. You know how many people downloaded Star Trek Fleet Command last month? About 30,000. So, yeah. 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 What do you pay for a Monopoly? I mean, I think, do I have the game? Oh, I have it disabled at the moment, but I did have it enabled. But, you know, more roles, more things. I mean, it's a whole thing. You'd have to download the game and look for yourself. But the point I'm making is it made over $1 billion in its first 7 months. And you're paying for more dice rolls to keep playing the game. So, yeah. It's if y'all haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm not saying go spend money on it. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's wild, right? It's always fun to see people's shock when I tell them these things that exist. You pay just to play? No, you pay to play more. Because how it works is, like, you can only do X amount, and then you have to wait, say, 10 more minutes to get another roll. Or instead of waiting, you just buy more rolls right now. There you go. There you go. Very disappointed in the Armada event this weekend. All the bugs ruined it. Tried to put in a ticket, but chatbot just took my info and ended the conversation. Stupid chatbot. That triple bot can be very annoying. I will definitely say that. It's like Candy Crush, yeah. Log into Monopoly Go, play a bit, leave it for a couple weeks, and go back in. You got tons of rolls. Yeah, but the people who don't have that self-control, they want to get their rolls in now, and there you go. There's your moneymaker. But anyway, that was just all to let y'all know, for those that didn't know, there's where your current flagship of Scopely is. So, doesn't appeal to the old nerd. I'm not trying to tell y'all to play it. I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. I wasn't trying to convert any of y'all into playing the game. That was not the intent. I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. Right? I'm informing. If there takes some time to actually fix some of the issues of STFC, would probably bolster the number of players that are spending. So, Philip, as of now, just with battle passes, I can't speak for any other packs. 25 to 30% of the game each month is already spending. Just on the battle pass. Actually, it's more close to about 35%. Sure, we can argue that if you make it bug-free, the truth is a lot of people are already doing it. Like, it's a heck of a lot more than people realize. Yeah, exactly, Slag. Like, I'm not saying that the lag and the problems aren't real and don't matter. I'm saying that in spite of it, the majority of people in this game are still happily spending. In spite of those things. Right? And I'm not at all trying to say that y'all's experiences are invalid. I'm simply saying that, sure, that's true. But now let me give you some raw numbers. Right? Craziness. Monetizing impatience is a sound strategy. Yeah, I mean, we do it here, right? Fear of missing out is a big thing in this game. Why do people care so much about heroic SMS? Because free-to-play want to be able to keep up with the officers. So of course they're going to gripe at, whether they have a realistic opportunity to complete the event. Fear of missing out is a powerful drug. It can make you spend, it can make you cranky, it can make you do a lot of things. So, yeah. Convince your spenders to stop spending, and if anyone is claiming there's actual boycott, then have them print screen their leaderboards. The 50 plus leaderboard on my server hasn't changed a bit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people a couple months ago said that they weren't going to, and yet they still did. Right? So, yeah. I've said this before. I might dislike a lot of Scopely's tactics, but if they were publicly traded, you can bet every bottom dollar you have that I would invest in Scopely stock. Because whether they're right, wrong, ethically good, ethically bad, or whatever, damn do they know how to make money off people. Whew. They really do. Oh, man. Anyway, you have FOBU, fear of being blown up. Well, K92, the thing is, you still get blown up. So, you still get blown up. Where's our HQ? Scopely? Their headquarters is in Culver City, California, but they have got different game development studios all over the world. Like Digit is in Ireland. They've got Boundless, which is over in California. I mean, they've got several. For crew running on the Monetization, Picard Beverly Calf. My youngest son just heard that comment about officers and the Scopely drug, and he's in tears laughing. Nice. I'm glad I could provide that, Keith. I'm glad. All the phone game models are the same. Make it free and entice people to spend money. It shows the wrong profession. I mean, again, if I could invest in Scopely, I would. If I could, I would. But they are not a publicly traded company. I am not a publicly traded company. Or they are not. I would definitely invest in Scopely. Let me check my ticket events real quick. I don't want to forget about them. Also, the claim. Ooh. Export credits and Syndicate XP. Nice. How close am I to 26? Getting there. That reminds me, I got to go do grind. I got to grind the Actians tonight. All right. I mean, where am I at in my... Oh, reminder. If you haven't gone to StarTrekFleetCommand.com yet, you need to do your keys. Everybody remember, do your keys. Mission Key Hunter. So I'm going to go to Store... Web gifts. Claim. There we go. Progress in my Mission Key Hunter. I need 2 more points, and I'll get 12,000 of in-store currency. So I need to get the next 2 days and not be forgetful. I actually think I have one sitting here in my officer recruit. Yep, there we go. Claim. Now I just need to make sure within the next 48 hours I do it at least one more time. There you go. So there's your reminder. There's your reminder, ladies and gentlemen. So, you would invest in Rev if he were publicly traded? Slag, you can invest in me. Exclamation point donate. There you go. You can invest in me. There you go. You can buy my kids Christmas presents. I have a Christmas present right now. List for Christmas presents. Hell, you can, without spending any money, if you want to support the channel, right there. Go play that game for free. Go play the Ant game. and help Rev out. Let's see. I'll tell you all the numbers. We needed 130 people. We've had 53 people do the swarm rally. So that means I need 77 more people to go do a swarm rally. And I still need 45 more people to unlock an orange ant. I still need 28 more people just to download the game and get to level 5. If y'all want to help out, it costs you nothing. There you go. There's a free way. There you go. What's the return on investment on that, Rev? Well, I will shake my butt tomorrow night, so you get to see that, and you don't even have to throw $1 at me. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? What a deal. What a deal. Thank you, Spartan. Thank you, Ed Honey. Delivered 12 out of 6. Already completed the ant milestones. Thank you. You got the ant? Oh, thank you, Slag. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for getting it. I'm going to have to get Sheaton's message afterwards to see how exactly to get the ant, the orange ant, because I haven't even unlocked the orange ant yet. But as soon as I figure it out, I'm going to pass that one around because most of the milestones are about that daggum ant. Is there a chance station defense can be adjusted so that when a 1-build ship hits my station, regardless of the numbers, that they suffer a heavy amount of hull damage that increases by ops level above? No. Short answer, no. Short answer is no. You got lucky with pulls? Hey, whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Dance the night away. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull these because I've got them sitting here. And I do love this new quality of life mechanic, letting me get all these in. Is there a chance? All right, did that one. Let's see. Any other comments and questions y'all have? Throw them in. I remember when the weekends were broken into material spin and domination style for officer sourcing. Oh, the days. Were those the good old days? I can't tell what type of days those were. What days were they? If you get 14 specially, then you get an orange one for free. Well, I haven't made it that far breakthrough. So, what about the Monavine, Pokey? What about it? You can't just say Monavine question mark. What about the Monavine? What's the best expenditure in the event store? I'll do a video on that, Mr. Weaver. I would say hold on to your currency for now because we don't know if they're going to add anything. Hold on to your currency for now because we don't know if they're going to add anything. I forgot to finish pulling. I forgot to finish pulling. So, have they addressed the stupid limit? Not yet. No. Possible they do, possible they don't. But the feedback has been passed along. I can at least tell you that. You did enough to get the top 25. Fair enough. Fair enough. I need to go ahead and finish out Tindy, but yeah. I'm working on my officers. I'm getting better. I need to get you down here by the border and get this grind going. I do appreciate it's a passive grind, but that just reminded me. I haven't done any of these pulls yet. Sorry about the caps lock. No worry, David Weaver. No worries at all. I'm here to answer any questions I can, even if they're in caps lock. Even if they have caps lock. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull this. Pull this. Pull this. And let's see, do we get good RNG on our Ferengi Whip? Yes, I will actually take 6 rare forbidden fragments. I will gladly take that. Let's do our Voyager pull. My Neelix is so important right there. Mantis pull. There's our double. I'll come over here and do double parts. Platinum. Don't forget tomorrow, Mining Monday. Yay, Mining Monday. Woohoo! All right, Hue Shards. 1 Hue Shard. Wow, the game loves me. All right, let's do this pull. Get that in. Resources. Get my Tritanium and my Dilithium. If they add Section 31 refit shards for Disco, I have brought that up as well. It makes a lot of sense for the Section 31 Discovery skin to be there. Why it wasn't there originally or planned, I don't know. But, yeah. I gotta go do Borg Cube. I don't think I've done Anomalous Phenomenon either. I have not. There's too much in this game. Anyway, is there going to be sourcing for Dr. Tiana through events or only in the event store? As of now, that is the only way we know, Jesse. It's the only way we know of. We can, of course, continue to push for better sourcing for officers in general, but that is the only way I currently know of. We go ahead and do all these pulls real quick, and then I got to do Borg, got to do Actian, and then, crap, what was the third one I said? Oh, Anomalous Phenomenon. That one's easy. That one's easy. Anomalous Phenomenon is easy. Let's get all these pulls in. Get a nice big juicy pull there. Nice big juicy pull here. And, ooh, actually got 385 rare. That's actually very good for me. Actually very good. We'll go ahead and get these pulls in. See, we talk about they added that pull all button, which I love the collect all button. I need one for this. All right, done. We need to switch to my lake cubage. Oh, don't want to spend latinum. So we're going to speed this up real quick. Swap this to the cube. We'll swap this to our pylum. Not necessarily my most efficient way to do it, but it's what I'm going to do. We'll send my cube out to here. If you are curious, my tier 6 cube farms in Visa. Then, of course, the pylum is going to go farm in the 49 Actian system. There we go. There we go. Over 500 uncommon forbidden fragments, over 7 rare ones, and over 100 epic and nothing to spend them on. Pokey, maybe they'll add more. Just got to wait for them to add some more. Dang, buddy, you got hurt. One of them punched you hard in the mouth. Poor Monavine. Poor Monavine. Got punched hard in the mouth. Let's see if I can hit this hostile real quick. Active hostile hitting for this is one that I've missed on. So, I've definitely missed on that. And this is going to go boom. Yep, went boom. All right, let's go ahead and start the repair. The +1 refiner, 4-star ore. That is the prime, Charles. That's the prime. Let's see. That's getting late. All right. How do I get the 1-star refinery? Did that one. FOMO also made the suggestion to the VIP Discord. Which suggestion would that be, Robotsky? Which suggestion would that be? Besides the less grinding. Oh, the disco skin? Yeah. We definitely passed it up in the dev chat, so. What's your best grind crew for mid-50s? Voyager, full synergy. Hue below deck. That would be what I would recommend. You could also, of course, do Strange New Worlds, but that's going to be your best crew. You're leaving Pipe Road Chin back in the olden days. Back in the olden days. I mean, it depends on your tier, Jane. I mean, my Voyager outperforms my Strange New World, but I've now gotten a few tiers on my Voyager. Like, if you only had tier 1 Voyager on everything, then Voyager's not the better option. Strange New Worlds probably is. But if you've gotten to where you started to tier them up a little bit, and you're going through the sourcing mechanic, then Voyager's really good. So, for the Talios and the Franklin, you just need tier 9 or full build out level. You just need a, for the Talios, well, we're talking about two different things. For the Franklin, you need to be tier 9, level 41 to scrap it. For the Vidar, it just needs to be tier 9. And you also need to be level 35. Hey, John David, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Possible spore driver components can be added. I mean, possibly. I guess possibly. Probably not. I mean, doesn't mean a suggestion can't be made. You can always talk to the dev team and see if they're open to things, and more directly game design when it comes to things like that. So let's see. Good evening. Let's see. I've been a lot of luck with Janeway, Torres, Kim, and Lork on the pylon. Yeah, I mean, hull breach with criticals is big, and then obviously when you're mixing it in with the isolytic damage, tons of value there. Tons of value there. Checking on AL upgrades. AL upgrades. AL. Alliance upgrades? 5 rare anomaly nodes? Nice. I need to do rare formation armadas. That's what I need to do so I can actually source some of these Voyager officers. So. Oh, Ant Legion. Oh, thank you so much, John David. Do. Is it possible to see that? All right. Hey, what's up, Chris? Not that I'm trying to run y'all off, but questions are slowing up. Our chat rate has died down to 4 chats a minute right now. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for the night. I will have a video out tomorrow. We will probably have the event store video out this week. We'll see if they make an adjustment. And then I'm live streaming tomorrow night. So if you haven't, remember we'll be live again tomorrow night. Appreciate every single one of you. You're all freaking awesome. Hope you're having an amazing evening. I want to wrap up for the night. You can hit me up at any time on Discord or on Facebook. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to go do my anomalous phenomenon real quick before I forget about it, because you don't want to forget about 92 days worth of speed ups every week. That's super valuable. For those who are asking, yes, you do need to be level 40 plus and have a maxed out discovery. See those. On your way out, like the video. That does help out. And if you watch any of my other videos, make sure you like and hit comment. Just type anything. It helps out the channel, believe it or not. So I appreciate y'all. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for those Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next Star Trek Fleet Command video. Y'all are all wonderful, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of your evening. And I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.